Right, face episode 1. Um, right, as I said in the intro, I need to do something, or I'd like to try to do something with my face, to try and make it look a little healthier. And if I can sort of persuade the wrinkles, they might like to go away a little bit, then that would be good too. So let's straight into it. What am I going to use? Right, well, having done some research on YouTube, sorry, that's the dog. On YouTube and Google and stuff. There's so many different advice and stuff, and it's confusing. So I've taken what I think will be the best things to use, considering I'm using as little as possible. So what I'm doing again, not what camera. Hello, God, Helen. So right, what's going to happen? So I'm going with vitamin C. I'm going with a retinol, not retinol, moisturizer, sunscreen, peptides. That's about it, really. Um, Plus a few treatment-y things from home that are not expensive because I don't have the money to do anything like that. So in the mornings, I'm going to start with, I'm going to use some vitamin C. I'm still shaking. Some peptides. And then a moisturizer. At the moment, I've got this, and this is what I have been using, but it's got hyaluronic acid in it. And although I'm sure that's great for a lot of people, it's not great for me because the sort of the humidity I live in, it doesn't work. The whole point of HA is that it absorbs the moisture from the atmosphere and into your skin, provided you live in an environment, a climate where that would be the case. In my case, I live in a dry climate. So if I put something with hyaluronic acid on my skin, it because it absorbs moisture and it can't draw it out of the air, it's drawing it out of my skin. So I'm not getting on with it. I want something with ceramides, I decided, but this also contains HA and I'm not liking it. I've used a lot. I mean, it's I don't know if you can see actually. It's kind of almost on. I've got another one coming. I've got a moisturizer coming in the next couple of days. It's on order. It's not an expensive one. I will show it to you when I get it, and I will be using that. That's ceramides and niacinamide, but it doesn't have hyaluronic acid, and it's actually quite hard to find something that hasn't got HA. Everything else. Um, but anyway, that's what I will be using, and then follow that up with a sunscreen. I've not been using sunscreen. That's partly because I don't leave the house very often, but I've not been using it. But apparently the UVA is around inside as well. This is something I didn't know. So even in the winter, as long as it's daylight, there's UVA in your house as well. It's not a question. Oh, it can't get through windows. Yes, it can. I didn't realise that. And with UVA and UVB, I realise most of you will already know this. UVA, A for aging, UVB, B for burning. So I've been careful to get one that is UVA and UVB. It's broad spectrum, but it's also got the stars for UVA. So it's supposed to be okay. Now, one of the reasons it's taken me so long to start doing these videos is sunscreen. Because I don't have much money, it's taken me months and months to find a sunscreen I can use. So I buy one and then 2 months later I'll get another one. Because they leave an oil slick. I buy ones. I specifically look for ones that say they'll dry matte. They'll be matte. They won't be shiny. It's fine. It's always shiny. It's an oil slick every single time. This one, which I've only just used a couple of times, it's still basically new. It's a little bit shiny, but it's the best I've found so far. So I'm going to go with that for now. I'm going to start using it on a regular basis because I hadn't been using it up till now. And then in the evening, I've got a retinol, not a retinol. I don't know, can you see that? Is that focusing? So I've got the retinol, the peptides again. I will use the peptides also in the evening. So the same ones that I showed you that I'm using in the morning. And a night moisturizer, which also hasn't come yet. It's coming. It should be delivered at the same time as the day moisturizer. So I'll show you that one as well. Did I get the one? I'm pretty sure I got one with Q10. I think it was a Nivea Q10 night one. Just for something else, another ingredient. So that's basically the skincare, more or less. Now, another thing I've got is rosehip seed oil. Now, that is for use. I'm going to put that on my face and use it with a gua sha thingy. Let's just open it. So one of those for so I'm hoping that will help with lymphatic drainage a bit, and even if it doesn't, I'm hoping that I'm left with quite soft feeling skin afterwards. So we'll see. It's again, that's part of the experiment. That's something I will do once or twice a week. Obviously the morning and evening routines, the idea is to do them daily. Oh, I'm still not looking at the camera. Yeah, to do them daily, and I've got to not miss them. I've got to be a good girl, because otherwise, what's the point of doing this? So I need to stick to that, starting for tomorrow morning. And the oil, well, probably once a week, maybe twice. We'll see. Another thing I'm going to do, again once a week, possibly twice. Don't know yet. Haven't decided. Once at least. Derma rolling. So I've got myself a set of 3 derma rollers with the needles with different lengths. And also some of that spray alcohol for cleaning it and disinfecting and stuff. So I'm going to use these. Now that should be interesting because there's some pretty good reviews about using these. There are also a lot of be carefuls with using them, about keeping them very clean. A lot of people just use the alcohol, but reading up on that and looking at some of the videos from dermatologists, the alcohol doesn't get rid of the fat of the skin that's gets stuck on the needles, and that they should actually be washed in hot soapy water, like dishwater, like washing up liquid, but very mildly so, to get rid of the greasy, oily stuff from your skin, then use the alcohol. So that's what I'm going to do because I don't want to risk any kind of infection. I've got a cleanser. That's old, right? So I just find whatever's on offer. Because I don't wear makeup. So it doesn't actually matter that much, or hasn't mattered that much. So I just use a cleanser and a microfiber cloth. That's it. I will continue to do that. I might need to think about other cleansers. I'm not going to wear makeup on a daily basis. I've got no reason to. But I would like to try, because things have moved on a bit. I'd like to see if I can use foundation, if I can work it properly. I've got a blending brush and I've got one of those little sponges. So I'm going to give it a try, see what happens. And a bit of blusher and some eye makeup, and that's all I've got. Just want to see how that happens. I also want to see how that sits with all these wrinkles, because my feeling is it'll just settle in wrinkles and I'll look even older, is what I'm expecting. But we shall see. So that's all the stuff I'm using. I'm keeping it as simple as I can. And we'll just see what happens over a period of time. I'll let you know what happens with the derma rolling. Whether how often I choose to do it in the end. I'm still researching that. Some things say be careful, and others say no, you need to use it a bit more than you might think. So we'll see how that goes. I will update you. I will from time to time. I will upload videos of me actually using these things, and we'll need to just see how things go. And it won't happen overnight. It will. I'm doing it again. I'll get used to this, I promise. Watch the little green birdie, Helen. Yeah, it won't happen overnight. It's going to take months. I would expect 6 to 9 months before I really see. I would hope to see a difference in 6 to 9 months if it's going to make a difference. So that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, lighting's going to be a thing because it's evening now. So I don't know if that'll focus on all my horrible lines. There we go. Down the side of my face. I don't know how well you can see actually. It all goes down right the way down here when I smile. And obviously these folds here are terrible. Look, I got a red nose. Don't know why I got a red nose. These folds here are terrible. And if those are terrible, I don't know how to describe those. I mean, that's just... I used to have a shape to my face that I can't. I want to fix it. But anyway, so hopefully losing weight will help with some of this because I do get fat on my face. It's one of the first places it settles. So fatty face, fatty chin. So we'll see how that goes as well. So I've not got sensitive skin, which is why I haven't been careful about what I've chosen. I've been careful in the sense of the ingredients, of getting the ingredients that I think give me the best fighting chance. But then I've just gone for them. I'm not expecting a reaction. So we'll see if I get one. I hope not. So we'll see how that goes. We'll catch up with that maybe in a week or so just to see how my skin feels. It's so dry. It feels like paper. It's really dry. So we'll try that. Like I say, I'll link to everything below. Anything you want to join in with, then you can find it that way. Anything that's with Amazon will be affiliate links, just so you know. It doesn't cost you any more that way, but apparently I get a tiny percentage, sort of like a commission thing, if you order via the link. It's no different whether you follow my link or whether you were to search for it yourself. It's the same link and it's the same price. It's just that by using my link, I might get a bit of commission, and that's partly why I'm here, to try and earn some pennies. Excuse me, I'm scratching my back. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. Bit of trepidation. I'm not expecting miracles. I suspect this is the sort of thing that I should have started decades ago if I'm hoping to see any help in my latter years. So I may have left this way too late, but we'll see. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe it's never too late to do something. So I'll try, see if it makes any difference. I'll report back. I'll show you some of the treatments I do, as and when I do them. And that's it. And see you in part 2.